All right, let's get started. So here is our main page that goes over the definition of like LFI attacks as well as RFI attacks here. The first thing that we want to do is check this one, since this will be our first article, and go over this page. You don't really have to go over all of it. You can if you want, but this is essentially going to be going over. This is the long version of what we're going to be doing here. So this article page has a parameter, and the parameter is name. So this basically says that this file here is assigned to this like variable. Essentially, this is how I mainly see it from a programming perspective. Now we could take advantage of this by performing directory traversal to see if we can read Etsy password. This works one out of two ways. Either we can do it with only one and then list like Etsy password, which the majority of the time it doesn't work. But for some web labs it will work that way. However, for us, I will show what happens if we go up by the typical 4. So I got password once I can figure how to type and talk simultaneously. Okay, yeah, that's still complicated. All right, so let's first try to explain like what LFI is. I want to reach a directory or reach a file and follow the directory in order for me to get there. So for our first example is Etsy password. So if we just replace the LFI attack text with Etsy password and hit enter, we get an error here. But how it works with directory traversal is we simply do this to go up one directory level and test it this way. And now we see that this one doesn't work, so we go up one more, and then we go up one more, 3, and then we go up, oops, there's a dot there. Then we go up one more, and there we go. We're now able to read the Etsy password file, and that's why I typically always go 4 at a default. So, because 9 times out of 10, that's going to be the amount there. So here we can see, like, the Etsy password just is displayed. Now, whenever I get these, the quickest and most simplest way to find what we want quick and fast is to simply go Control F to go over to find here at the bottom. Simply type in home and see where it leads. See where it leads us to. It's going to be towards the bottom. So here, there's only 2 matches, and this is the only one that populates here that actually does have a home directory, which is Falcon Feast. So let's keep going. Let's see if we can find Falcon Feast someplace else. Go ahead and copy that. Paste that. Excuse me. See where all we see it. So we see it here, and then we see it here. And it looks like that this might be a password combination. So let's take a copy of this. Make a quick note of this here. Shrink that down just a touch. Alright. So we see that this is a potential login. Falcon Feast root password. So let us let us not type too fast and bring up a terminal window and attempt to SSH with these potential credentials here. So gonna go SSH, the username, the IP address, which is this. It's probably gonna put HTTP, which you just did. Flippin' hell. There we are. Gonna hit enter. Yes. And enter in our root password of root password. And we now are connected here via SSH. All right. Now let's check our permissions to see what all we can do. And that's going sudo L. It's going to ask for the password again, or not. And we see that our current user, Falcon Feast, can run this binary as a root user. So what do? We go to get the fuck out of here, Bins, and see what SoCat has for us to take advantage of. Go SoCat right here, and let's go ahead and select that. And let's see what our options are. We have shell, reverse shell, bind shell, file upload, file download, sudo. Sudo is what we will need, since we would want to use this as root. This particular one says that if the binary is allowed, which it is, we'll be able to run as super user by sudo. And if it doesn't, if it doesn't work, it'll just be our regular username. So go ahead and then paste that here. Sudo socat, a standard input, execute bin sh. I like to use bin bash. Do I want to use it? No, I don't. So I'm going to hit enter anyway. And sometimes this does not give us a prompt, or we might have to wait. And as a sanity check, whenever we're in situations like this and we don't think that we might be able to type anything in, always have our handy dandy TTY escape right in the booty pocket as a just in case, so we can get an actual terminal. So let's see. If we hit ID, there we go. Where's root? We don't have an actual prompt here, so let's go ahead and make one by using this TTY escape there. Fiddlesticks does not have Python, so let's just there we go. Let's just try this. Okay. Flapjacks and your stap hats. So that doesn't work. So it looks like we're SOL on this one. If somebody has a way to be able to pop a shell over here, cool. Please feel free to let me know. So since we are root here, ID again. Okay, let's go ahead and ls user.txt. Am I showing it? Nope. Let's go over to the root. cd root ls root.txt. Will I be showing that one? Nope. And that is everything. That is going to be the end of this guide for inclusion. And I will see you in the next video.